Rock 108, Iowa's Pure Rock. Hey, it is Ned hanging out here in studio, and this weekend, a big show happening. Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, 3 doors down, Soul Asylum, and these guys. You might have heard them probably for the past 20-some-odd years here on Rock 108, and that band is called Collective Soul. And I have Will Turpin, bass guitar of the fine band, right here on the phone with me, man. Will, how's it going?
Going well, man. I'm backstage somewhere in Wisconsin. Just woke up and trying to get going here.
You know, we were just talking off the air here about how we both wake up, and I need my coffee still, but right now you're pouring your coffee as you speak.
Yeah, I found catering. I had a hazelnut option or Colombian option, so I'm working the hazelnut right now, and starting to kick in.
Do you do a flavored creamer, or are you just straight up cream?
I'm trying to get this entertainment body. I'm trying to get away from the dad bod and go more towards the rock and roll bod.
Oh, yeah.
So lately I've been using sugar-free almond milk.
Oh, see, that's the good way to go. But you know what, though? They say that now the dad bod is sexier than they say the six-pack and everything now.
I guess that's really nice of them to say, you know. Very nice of them to say, but at my age, yeah, I'm trying to watch it.
Yep.
I got to get the high jumps going off the drum riser. So
yeah, you got to get moving and doing your thing, man. I feel you there. So Collective Soul, man, you guys have been around since the mid-'90s, had so many huge hits under your belt, and you're still doing it today, which is absolutely amazing to see. And I always ask this question from bands around that time, you know, how have you kind of personally seen the musical landscape change over from the 90s to the early 2000s to now?
I mean, geez, we have seen an evolution and a metamorphosis and all that. I mean, they literally made cassettes of our first 3 records.
Yeah.
You know, up until ¡97.
Mm-hmm.
Discipline Breakdown comes out, Discipline Breakdown comes out in '97. They were still making cassettes of that, and we were selling tens of thousands of records, and we watched the Napster thing. We watched the streaming thing go from, you know, people getting our music for free to, you know, now I'm getting a check every quarter from iTunes and Spotify and stuff like that. So the royalty rates aren't great for streaming, but I mean, we've seen it go from, you know, in the courts with Lars Ulrich to, you know, now it's kind of the way to go. I mean, we're looking at streams now more than we are sales.
Yeah, man, isn't that crazy to think? Like now you just tap it up on your phone, you hit play, and away you go.
It's fun as a listener, but it's quite different as the band, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
We actually make money on CDs.
Yeah. So, you know, and that's one thing too. I mean, physical media, there obviously still is that audience out there for it. And even when you just said you were making cassettes back in the mid-'90s, cassettes in a weird way have kind of made their way back. I don't think they're ever going to be as big as they were in that time, but they've kind of made their way back in like a little cult type of way.
I'm sure that's like one of those, you know, small niche cult groups or whatever. But vinyl is really back, and it's on the shelves now in a lot of retail spots.
Yeah,
and that's exciting. And I've got my record player set up in my basement, my man cave, so to speak. And it's been fun to watch my kids pick up Led Zeppelin records and Elton John records, and of course the Beatles and stuff, and they put them on the record player, and that's been fun.
Yeah, it's a sense of like rediscovery for you, and then a sense of like kind of discovery for them. And you kind of, I feel like as a father yourself, you're able to see yourself and your kids like back when you were younger, picking up those records and discovering that music again.
Yeah, I'm really glad about that because they grow up on that thing where everything's on their phone or it's on YouTube or iTunes, you know.
Yeah, it's so accessible now, and you know, and what's fun about vinyl is you just kind of have, it's like an experience. You can't listen. I mean, you can listen to Pink Floyd's The Wall like on your phone or whatever, but something about just sitting in a chair and hearing the crackles of the vinyl for Pink Floyd The Wall, man, just can't beat it.
Yeah, it's an actual ritual or an experience, like you said. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Now, with the resurgence of vinyl and whatnot, I mean, how old are your kids, if you don't mind me asking?
My oldest is 20.
20.
Jude is 15, and Luke is 13.
Oh man, so they're definitely, you have a wider range of age right there. Are any of the kids following in Dad's footsteps?
Yeah, Tristan does well. You can see him on Instagram. He's got a band with his cousin and one other guy. It's a little 3-piece. the free kicks.
The 3 kicks. Okay.
The free kicks.
Oh, free kicks. Okay.
And then Jude and Luke they both play, man. Of course, it's my house. You got to start off on piano at 8 years old at my house. That's just how it goes.
This is how you get to the next part of life. You have to know piano. Well, they say that piano too is that instrument that once you kind of learn piano, you can kind of just discover everything from that point.
Yeah, and it's the path my parents put me on, and it's just a good way to get a great understanding of music.
Absolutely. So 3 Doors Down, you guys out there along with Soul Asylum, great lineup, going to be, of course, at the Riverside Casino right here in Iowa tomorrow night. Going to be a lot of fun. The tour I know has only just started. How has it been going so far?
It's good, man. We've known the 3 Doors Down guys for a while, and we're big fans of Soul Asylum, and they kind of haven't been touring a lot as much as we have in the last decade or whatever. So we've never had a chance to play with them, and it's been a real treat to watch them and get to meet the guys.
Absolutely. Now, when you go to one of your concerts, what's something you always look for? Like when you're in the backstage area, like that's the thing that kind of makes them like Kiss. They always have like that Superman like sheet that they have to go through. That's how they know it's backstage. Do you have anything like backstage ritual that's like that has to be there at that time?
Nah, not really. We got some Gummy Bears back here that we do for our vocals. We kind of melt some Gummy Bears in hot water. That's like the new thing to supposedly coach your vocal cords. We're doing that right now. There's little signs that tell us where to go because we always wake up, don't know where the hell we're at. So there's like arrows and stuff pointing us around. But
well, you're in Wisconsin right now. I'll tell you that, and you're going to be in Iowa tomorrow. Okay, you got that?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay, I got the next 2 days covered.
All right. As long as you know, man, that's all we got to know. So, and one more quick question, because I always like asking this question, especially a family guy. How do you balance that life and the rock star kind of thing, kind of going out and touring all the time?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, in some regards, it's a job, right?
Yeah.
So I have to go out and work and pay the bills and stuff. So I don't know. I don't think I've realized that there is a lot of people who have to work on the road. So if there's other jobs out there where you have to go for weeks at a time, it's kind of the same thing. And hopefully in the end, my kids are afforded, some cool luxuries, man. They've got to go to see some really cool places and get some good memories. But especially when they were younger, there was moments when I'd hear a little, especially my youngest Luke. He's kind of the sweetest. He's the nicest one of them all. He would really miss Dad, and I could hear it in his voice, and it would hurt. It would hurt, but it's like I said, in the end, you're justifying being away from them to make sure that my career and our the finances are all taken care of. And trust me, man, these kids aren't wanting for much, man. So they're lucky guys.
That's cool, man. Now, another question I'd like to ask, and I'll round it up here because I want you to enjoy your coffee for the rest of the day here with the almond milk, of course. Which, by the way, I'm a French vanilla creamer guy. That's just kind of how I jam. I should probably take a message from you though and start maybe backing off because I got to lose a couple pounds myself.
I don't know, man. You DJs, man, y'all don't have to be seen too much, man.
That's true. Well, it's changed a lot.
You're behind the desk, man.
Oh, well, yeah, but it's changed so much, man, because of social media and stuff. They want us to be more visual, so now we have to try and look good now. It's changed, dude. So one last question. Before you were doing the Collective Soul thing and everything, what was that first, blue-collar job that you had before you were out touring around?
I mean, I was always making money doing music, but my first good story of me actually working, I was 15 or 16, and I skateboarded to the local. There was a Chinese restaurant in our little town. Okay. And 2 weekends I was busboy. By the second weekend, I was actually fired from the job for not actually understanding the table numbering system. I was busting the wrong tables. Kept doing it, but anyway, I was straight up fired by the local Chinese lady. And actually, she still lives in our town, and her kids own a couple restaurants in town. I know her kids, and they're great kids, but it's a good, funny story. She fired Will Turpin second weekend in.
So next time you head on and just be like, I used to work here. I deserve free Chinese food at this point.
Shoot, yeah, man. Vegetable fried rice. That's what I need.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
now.
Right now with the coffee.
That's right.
Coffee and Chinese with Will Turpin. It's a new thing. It could happen. Awesome, Will. But thank you, man, so much. It was such a pleasure talking to you. Of course, check out Collective Soul, Three Doors Down, and Soul Asylum tomorrow night at Riverside Casino here in Iowa. Will, man, pleasure talking to you.
Let me throw in one more thing.
Yeah.
My solo record, my second solo record came out in early June.
Oh.
Check it out on Spotify or iTunes if you guys feel like it. It's I write these songs behind piano as my first instrument, so it won't remind you. Most of the songs won't remind you of Collective Soul at all. So.
Oh, all right, sweet, man.
Cool, man.
Well, easy
Thank
enough, Will. Thank you, man, so much. Pleasure talking to you. We'll see you at the show, all right?
All right, man. Rock and roll.
All right, adios, amigo.
See ya.